Hey y'all, I am back out here in the garage. I went around to all of my green stalks to check on my cowpeas. And y'all, when I tell you I am so over things eating my seedlings and eating my fruit. I seeded all of the green stalks with cowpeas, and now I'm going to be starting some cowpeas in trays. Between the birds and the rats, a few of them are coming along and chewing off the tops of the seedlings as soon as they come up through the soil. Birds love to eat them, and also the rats love to eat them. But the ones that got a chance to come up and establish before they found them are doing good. So I'm going to go ahead and start some in trays and then transplant them once they get a little bit bigger, just so that I can get some cowpeas this year. Let me just grab a table. I'm going to go ahead and set these up. All right, so this is basically just going through the motions. You guys have seen seed starting before. I'm not really recording a seed starting video. I'm just frustrated. You try to get ahead of the game, and then Mother Nature throws you a curveball every single time. And basically all I'm doing now is just, I'm going to go ahead and get these in just so that they can germinate. I'm so over it. If I were a quitter, I would say there's no more gardening happening around here. I'm done with it. I don't care anymore. But I can't give it up. So here I am playing with seed trays, and I am planting 5 different cowpeas. Just give me a second and I'll show you. I've got the Bisbee Black cowpea. I've got the Mayo Speckled cowpea, the White Dixie Butter pea, the Dixie Lee, and this is a Crowder type pea, and Sedandi cream pea. So I had been trying to put these things into my green stalks so that they could go ahead and grow with my sweet potatoes. And apparently the rats and the birds don't want to let me be great. So I'm going to just go ahead and get these things popped into my 16 cell seed trays. We should have a Zion here soon. This little piece of clay in my mix. And I'm not using seed starting mix. I just grabbed a bag of potting soil. So this is not the best way to do it because there's really big chunks of wood in here. But I don't have time to go looking for seed starting mix. I don't want to go anywhere to buy anything. I just want to get my peas going. And I'm starting more than I really need to start, but with my luck, half of them are going to die. So and I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but I promise it's not anything fascinating. It's so scientific, I'm using a highlighter as a dibbler. Jeez. It's a lot of holes to punch. I swear it was much faster when I was putting them into the green stalks. Got one more tray back there and one more tray over there. I can't reach those right now, so let me start with what I can see. I've never grown these. These came from the Native Seed Search. It's nativeseeds.org if you're interested. It's a nonprofit organization, and they're just from Native American seed bank. The Mayo speckled cowpea. Now, these are supposed to be great to grow in very dry areas. Of course, I'm not a very dry area, but let's try. Let's see what happens, you know? These packs are pretty expensive. You only get 25 seeds in a pack. So sowing 2 per cell is pretty risky because I'm not going to have any of these left over, especially since I've already planted them, had them germinate, and had them get eaten a couple times. So I also helped my sister-in-law plant her very first greenstalk, and she sowed some of these as well. So I got a couple left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 12 left. So if some of these don't germinate, I'll just go ahead and reseed them again, because that's what I do best. Reseed over and over and over. So my next one, closest to me here in the center, is the Sedandi cream pea. It's supposed to be 65 days to maturity. No other real information on here. These look a lot like the white acre peas that I planted in my blueberry greenstalk. I've not grown this variety before, but like I said, I like to try different things. My youngest loves bean soup, so any beans and peas that I get, he's happy to have them in some soup. I keep hearing really weird noises, like somebody's on the other side of my car. And I don't know if it's my kid or like an Amazon man or something. This is the one that I want the most. This is a Crowder pea. And I really like Crowder peas. I don't know if I'm going to get any this year. Alright, I got those. Let me switch this one. Let me bring this be black to the front. Now I've got to punch these, so let me just do that. This is why you don't really want to use potting soil in your seed trays. You're going to get lots of chunks that are taking up space. But like I said, I'm really not in the mood for this. I'm kind of over it. I just am taking this step to increase my chances of getting some peas. I've already started my fall seeds. Well, some of them. I started my peppers and my tomatoes, my onions, and leeks. So I'm trying to get ahead of the game. I'm trying to not wait until, you know, I usually don't start doing any of my seeds until August, end of July and into August. But because I've been having so many problems with vermin, I thought, you know, maybe you should try doing things a little bit different this year. And I mean, we should always be trying something different in our gardens. Don't get stuck in a rut doing things the exact same way forever, because eventually it's gonna backfire on you, because all of the things around you are also getting used to your routine, and they know when to come back. And I'm going to try and outsmart these rats this summer. I'll save the covering and pressing for the very end, so I only have to get my hands filthy once. I don't know, y'all. I've told you several times that I am so ready for my summer break, not being out in the garden, and it's still the same. I'm ready to be inside. I have started my planning. I told you I started getting some seeds going, and I'm gonna just keep working on that over these next few months. I can't see this bean. It's black. I think I did that one. I'll find out. I have 4 of them pop up in one. But I'm ready. I'm ready to stop. Garden burnout is real. I've heard several of the northern gardeners say that by the time their first frost rolls in the late fall, they're burnt out, they're ready for the break. I don't know if I get to that point a little bit faster than you guys do, because I tell you, by the middle of spring, I'm over it. Alright, just going to get these covered up. I did saturate the soil when I put it into the trays, so I'm not going to water these again today. Do need to get them covered up though. And I can put a little bit more soil in a couple of these. This one needs a lot of soil in it. Can't even cover these two. Alright, now I'm going to just top this off with some soil. I want to avoid making a mess in here. My mom spent the weekend with us for Memorial Day, And she actually came out here and started cleaning the garage for me. So I don't want to make a mess. I want to take some of these big chunks out. We should have germination on these things in about 2 days. 3 at the most. All right, there you have them. They're all done, all seeded, and ready for germination. Once these guys come up and put on a little bit of size, then I will transfer them to the greenstalks. So as always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Bye.